if 99.9% of the world decided tomorrow that 2 plus 2 is not 4, would that have anything to do with whether 2 plus 2 equals 4? I mean, this is so stupid.
Again, what's more likely? It's obvious that all these other gods are...
It's obvious that...
You already know that. You agree with me on that.
So, again, the assumption is that all the positions are the same because they have similarities. And so they're all the same. That's the parts whole fallacy. The fact that some of the world religions have this or that does not mean that they're all the same.
They're all atheists for all those other gods. So I would just implore you to go one God further.
We had, it's not probable that God exists. We had that predators and intentional agency. So we assume that there's intentional agency because we were set upon by predators. Not the predator, but predators. Get to the chopper! We know from cognitive science that the human brain evolves to do certain things, and the invisible sky god is just assumed to be there because of cognitive evolutionary science and the way that the infant brain patterns itself to believe in sky daddies. Then we saw that the grand historical narrative shows us that all of humanity evolved in the same way that an infant evolves. And so there's this parallel, which he doesn't understand is like a huge metaphysical assumption, right? Which Darwinists have always done this with their homologies, right? Where they say, oh, look, here's a zygote. It looks kind of like something floating in water. So it's like the way that like tadpoles, like the way tadpoles developed in our evolutionary tree is like the way that a baby zygote that's like the same. And then it turns out Ernst Haeckel was making all that up, right? He forged all these stupid drawings to try to prove that stupid position, ontogeny, right? And he was, turns out he was a fraud. Then he lists a bunch of gods, and since the gods all disagree, they must all be wrong. And so again, I think it's a parts whole fallacy to reason from the fact that there's differences, then they're all false. Like it's a version of that. And also, the fact that he finds it unbelievable is irrelevant. And then there was appeal to antiquity. So the running theme that I'm noticing, and this was something that Dr. Bahnsen pointed out when he debated Sproul, was that it's almost like you've never taken epistemology classes. Like you're admitting, that we when we come to the table to do debate, that we have to obey the rules. And if you've been listening to the Discord debates recently that we've had, you guys know that we've had a lot of atheists show up, and probably as a result of the Sir Skeptic videos and whatnot. And the atheists show up, and they typically don't know anything about epistemology or logic, but then they kind of realize that, well, now wait a minute, I can't just kind of make up whatever I want. I can't do whatever I want, right? Like I have to come to the table and agree to the rules, and that's because the rules are objective, you see. Just like in chess, when you come to the table, to the chess board, and you want to sit down and play chess, right? Not chess. I know a lot of y'all want to play chess with me. We're not doing that. You come to that, you sit down, and if you don't agree to the rules of chess, you're not playing chess anymore, right? I think everybody knows this, right? Like if I bring my Monopoly pieces and I'm gonna set my house, I'm gonna put my rook over on boardwalk, everybody's gonna be like, dude, that makes no sense. So in other words, everyone has agreed to the rules of chess. And there's a logic, an objective logic to the rules of chess, which if you changed up all the rules, it would screw the whole game up, right? Now, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm also not saying that logic is only true because everybody agrees on it. That's like the next mistake that the atheists always make. Oh, well, it's just like whatever society came up with, dude. Like, if we wanted to, tomorrow, we could all sign a contract that like 5 plus 5 equals 4, right? And it would be true according to the atheists. Okay, so I mean, this is like so low level. I don't know how they can't figure out that no, mathematics is actually reflecting objective principles in the world. That's why the same formulas build bridges each time, right? They build skyscrapers and they build Black Hawk helicopters, and they don't just, you can't just change them and then make the same stuff. It won't work. They won't fly. They won't, the rockets won't do their rocket thing. So point being is that that logic is objective. The rules of logic reflect objective principles that are true in the world. And so that being the case, you can't have a social construct view, a relativistic view, a nominalist view, a materialist view of numbers, etc. Things that we've hammered many, many times. And so what we're going to notice, however, is that in these debates, the debate never gets to that tier. There was a couple times when Jordan Peterson almost went in the direction of transcendental argument. William Lane Craig almost kind of asked a few questions in that, but they always just sort of back off. So they play this very watered down, just lame. It's just weak, dude. It's weak sauce, right? And all I'm trying to tell you guys is that it's so annoying to hear the same debates over and over and over, and the same dumb arguments over. It's almost like it's supposed to be this way, right? I mean, I'm not really being that conspiratorial, because I actually don't think these people are that competent. They're not as competent as they think they are. And so I think a lot of these people just actually don't even understand the transcendental argument. They don't actually get what it is, how it works. And that is the biggest problem with the transcendental argument, is that you can make a simple version of it,